Holy crap, that was difficult. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. Doke. Online now. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. All right, holla if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. Friday night, about to become Saturday morning on the game. It's 20 o'clock, and we are now just getting into Apache Kid. Hoping to see my screen, hoping to see some interaction through the chat. Hit me on the chat if you can hear me or see me. Don't. Okay. I'm going to turn this light off. Let this reset. Okay, guys. I'm live, and we're talking about Apache Kid, and really I'm doing a follow-up to Dragonite Workshops. I posted the video about Dragonite Workshops, and I kind of just wanted to be online for 15, 20 minutes tonight and talk to anybody that's interested in asking specific questions. Ultimately, the reason why Dragonite Workshops are so important is because of gear. Making gear is critical, and it's so hard in the beginning. When you first start out and you don't get to open up the Dragonite Workshops until you're C16, and trying to grow from C16 to C25, all of your resources are sucked into storage, are sucked into technology. So when you are a C16 and you are just starting out in your growth process, it's hard to know where to put all of your tech. Now, my suggestion is this: when you are C16 through C22 and 23, the number one tech that you need to be working on is ZoneCom. As soon as ZoneCom becomes available, all effort needs to go towards Zone. And once the ZoneCom, you either will not be able to progress it forward because you're out of wisdom medals, or you don't have enough resources. So I fall back on the legions and making sure Legion 1, my class Legion, my Legion 1, Legion 2, Legion 3 are pushed up as high as possible when I'm not able to move on ZoneCom. But ZoneCom should be the focus. Once you complete ZoneCom and completing all of your class and Legion research, that puts you in a place where you have 3 heroes in each Legion, and maximum rewards are coming from your ZoneCom completion. All 3 heroes, and then you will focus on what technology you need for either your footmen, your archers, or your cavalry. Because getting to T9 troops, you have to complete one of these specialties. If you have to have 100% completion of your footmen, you see right here, barracks level barracks level 25. What that means is you got to be castle level 25 to get to barracks level 25. Your institute has to be level 24. Your zone com has to be complete, and your zone conflict has to be complete. Once those are completed, then you can open up your T9s. Now, opening up your T9s are great, but equipment is what makes the difference on your strength. So the Dragonite Workshops are kind of hand in hand with developing your technologies. Getting them, like I said, in the other levels, like this level 11 going to a level 12, now it's asking for 3.4. And if you see the chart that I put together, it gets extremely expensive in charcoal to raise the level of your Dragonites. All right. So, as you're raising your levels, the balloon or the trading house, this is the best place to get high quantities of charcoal. Um, the more you upgrade it, the more slots open. The second row in your trading house is where you get most of your charcoal on trade. Now, if you have the VIP shop, you can buy charcoal in the VIP shop. That helps. Without those two, without the VIP shop or without the trading balloons, you're really at a loss for getting large sums of charcoal. You can always do rapids. Rapids will give you a small amount, but it does consume a lot of wood if you're constantly trying to do rapids. And to do, 18 million worth of charcoal, you're not going to rapid it fast enough to get that kind of quantity. So keep that in mind. Now, ultimately, getting the Dragonite Workshops up to a level where they're producing a good amount of Dragonite, it takes a little while. I say by the time you get to C25, you want at least level 10 Dragonites. In the previous video, definitely check out how to open up the 2 additional Dragonite Workshops in your technology. That will help you have more Dragonite production. And there are other tips to produce faster Dragonite in that video. So now it's on to the blacksmith. In the blacksmith is where you utilize that Dragonite. It's under crafting type of craft. The Dragonite required to craft those boots is 24,000, 24K in Dragonite. So without having, decent workshops or without waiting a huge amount of time, it takes a while to produce 24,000 if you're not a level 20 or above. Level 15s are you start to get where you're producing rather fast, but it's still a lengthy process. Level 20, you could basically do 24K in about a week. So you start to have enough materials. You start to have enough Dragonite where material becomes a problem. Now, I could straight up buy or craft these gold greaves, but let's look at what I need. So there's two ways of going about it. I'm just going to go in here into the depot, and under my still cav, I have materials and I have equipment. So as you can see, I am just now starting to work on the equipment for my cavalry. All have been blue, all have been purple. I don't have a ton of materials, so the second part of the making equipment, first is Dragonite, second is materials. The material shop is where you can use Dragonite fragments to buy materials. So if I go in here and I do first the blue materials, I can buy, 50 chests, which are 1 blue material. And I can also buy 50 green. And the way those work is the fragments are only for buying materials. Materials are what you will use to make or craft, and you have to get enough of them to make a gold or make an orange. And I'll walk through that process in 1 second. Go in here, go in here. Let's look at all the material chests I have. So these are my greens that I just bought. All right. right. These are ones that I've got from the COP chest and other different places. All right, so those are all the chests for all my materials. All right, so let's go back in here. Let's go back into the depot. Let's go still cav materials. And what I like to do is I like to disassemble everything but my golds. And this number needs to be 1024. If you can get 1024 whites, it will make a gold. In this case, I don't have enough to make another gold, so I'm just going to leave them as white for a second while I bring everything down. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get a pulse on what materials I have and what I need to craft. And I'm going to be considering how to gamble, but that's going to be if I have enough material to gamble. All right, so it looks like... So let me just kind of walk through the gambling process. Gambling, you're either going to use the weapon or the helmet, depending on... So this is a feather. I need one feather, and these are the 55 ropes that are in green. So if I were to take these 764 and combine them up, and combine them into purple. Come on. So I only have 11 pieces of purple feather. So what that means is basically I can try and make 11 helmets to give me a chance, because I'm gambling between my greens and my purples. I will either get a green, a blue, or a purple helmet depending on the chance probability. So as you see, it gave me a green. What that does is when it gives me a green, I actually lose this purple feather and it actually becomes a green feather. But, you know, I'm gambling, so we just roll with it. All right, so I got another green. I'm going to hit this twice. Boom, boom. So I got a green and a green. I'm down to 7. All right. This thing is buggy. I apologize, guys. So now I got a green. All right. So the hope is that you get more blues and more purples than you get greens. That is why you gamble. And once you gamble, the next step that you do is you will actually merge what you've now built. So you come out of the material gambling crafting process and you actually go into your equipment. And these are where I've now made all boom, 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 boom. It ain't giving me crap other than greens. Let's try this. So this is going to be using my Ignite. I'm going to combine them. So I have 8 iron ignites, and so I have 28. So let's see what I can get here. Boom, boom, boom. So I got a purple. Yay, I got a green. I got a green. So in that situation where the purple came in, so you can see right here, now I have a purple saber. Okay, so if I were to actually disassemble that, it would give me the purple ignite and it would also give me the 3 purple ropes, which I gambled for and won. So that is the way that I'm gambling at the purple level. It is because the Apache Kid has now grown. He's C24. He's just about to become C25. I've got my, my workshops upgraded some. I'm starting to get more Dragonite from our Dragonite fragments from the Alliance Center. So I'm comfortable moving to the purple gambling process. Before I was trying to do the blue. And the challenge that I found with the blue process is that yes, you can gamble, yes, you can try and get more materials, but it's a slow process because you don't have Dragonite. And before you get Dragonite fragments in season 3 for getting materials other than buying with gems, and I don't, so it was a really slow process. Now I'm gearing up towards the purple gambling process. It just makes better sense as you progress to move to get better sets of equipment. Like I said, I'm just starting on my calves, so it's going to take me a little bit, maybe a month or so, but I hope to have a complete gold set, 2, 3, 4 weeks from now. I don't have great expectations because I'm not playing a huge amount every single day, but within a month, I see it possible. Prior to my workshops being upgraded, prior to me being C24, it would have taken me another 3 months to even get a full set of purple, I bet. But each is our own game, so play your game and have fun. Do what you can. Hopefully this information was helpful. I do apologize that it took me a second to get online, and hopefully these live sessions work for you. Please give me your feedback. Let me know how they are. Let me know if I do these every Friday, if that makes sense for you guys. And I'm just here to help and here to share what I know. Together we learn, grow, and have fun. All right, Jay with JXP. I'm out.